Everyone's got their own behavior other people do that just gets on their nerves more than reasonably should. People not returning their shopping cart, leaving the toilet seat up, maybe even some good old-fashioned chewing with your mouth open. The range of pet peeves is as vast as human behavior itself, and every single person has a different opinion on which is the all-time most infuriating. So I'm ranking some of the most popular and common ones to figure out which are truly the definitive worst, in my opinion, which some would argue is fact. So with the help of Google and my friends' opinions and my own thoughts, I've got like a pretty big list of general pet peeves. I feel like I won't have too strong opinions compared to like some people, but I also don't know. I don't know. First up, we've got loud eating sounds. I think like early on in my life, I didn't really like it that much. Not enough to like have a strong opinion, but then I got into ASMR, specifically when people ate cake. I don't know, the sound of people eating cake was like really soothing to me. In real life, I don't really care about unless you're like super obnoxious about it. So I'm gonna put it here. I mean, like loud eating sounds and like eating really messy and like I separate those two. No toilet paper. I have not run out of toilet paper in my own home ever. There's always toilet paper, and if there's not, I'll use like tissues or something. But there are times where like you go into a stall in public and there's no toilet paper there. But I've always made it a habit to check before I go, and if I do not check, I don't know if this is weird, but I kind of like pull up my pants and then shimmy over to a different stall and then like finish my business. Maybe this is also here. I don't remember the last time where I was like really annoyed that there's no toilet paper. Bad spelling and grammar. I have like one friend in particular that is the worst speller and typer you'd ever see. I've talked to them about it. I was like, what's up with it? They said like, I feel like I type close enough to where it's not my problem and you know what I'm saying. And I do respect that. I respect that you're like, if you don't know what I'm saying, it's on you. I just don't think it's annoying, honestly. I think people are sticklers for it online, but I think those people are more annoying. Gum chewing and popping. I feel like this is similar to the loud eating sounds. As a small croc, I used to blow a little bubble and then pull it back into my mouth and like pop it with my tongue and my teeth. And that shit is so satisfying. And I didn't really realize that people thought it was annoying. I thought this was just what you do with gum. And if I hear someone else popping their gum, I go, oh, nice one. So I'm just gonna put don't care. Pen clicking. I don't even remember the last time I was around a pen. I like ASMR sounds and pen clicking is really nice. I vibe with it. Don't care. Maybe I should add a tier like, I actually kind of like this. This one can be here. Dishes in the sink. I do think this is annoying, but also I leave dishes in the sink. Sometimes when you eat, you just want to put the shit in the sink and go somewhere else and do something else. If I find it annoying and I also do it, I don't know how to classify that. I'll add one above this. Let's do like, I do this and I am ashamed. Now, what was I saying? Dishes in the sink. I do this and I am ashamed. Yeah, that's what started that all. Being late. Okay, this is again another I do this and I am ashamed. Like 50% of the time, I'm on time. That's kind of bad. Either something is coming up and the whole day revolves around me preparing for that thing, and then I'm late for it anyway. I want to change and maybe one day I will be better. Other people being late, I understand, and I think it would be hypocritical of me to be upset at people for something that I also do. I don't really care, but on some occasions, I'm like, come on. Also, I do have like a couple friends chronically late. It kind of makes like a full circle in the fact that I know they're gonna be late, so mentally I'm prepared for them to not show up at the time that is said, and therefore I don't care. Slow walkers, holy shit, I actually don't like that. It's just like, what are you doing? If you're an old person, if you like physically cannot move your body, sure, fine. People who walk slow, they're always in the middle of the goddamn walkway. Holy shit, they take up so much space. There should be like etiquette for if you Walk slow, just stay to the side. Pencil squeaking, oh. This is my ASMR brain again. Back when I was a little croc and I was in school, I found like a mechanical pencil on the floor, and that was like the pencil I used for years. The feeling of finding like the angle in which the lead would squeak on the paper. Oh, it was so satisfying. I didn't even realize at the time that some people thought it was annoying. And looking back, that shit was loud. If we were taking a test and I was like writing a bunch, that pencil would be squeaking and everyone would hear it. But I loved it. I haven't experienced a pencil squeak in a long time. I miss it. Leaving the toilet seat up, I also don't care. I know some people, especially like women, will get really upset if their like boyfriend leaves the toilet seat up. And I do agree that is more ideal for everyone for the seat to be left in the neutral seat down position. When you've got guy number 1 and number 2, and you've got girl number 1 and number 2, 3 out of 4 of those are ideal with the seat being down. But if someone leaves the toilet seat up, I don't care. I just go, oh, the seat is up, so I'm going to put it down. I've heard some people say like, oh, my boyfriend leaves the seat up all the time, and then when I go to use the bathroom, I fall through the seat and my butt, it touches the toilet water. Like, just check, you know? Do you not like check before you sit down on the toilet? Turning without blinker? Die. You're a bad driver and I hate you. It's selfish. It is so selfish, and it doesn't take that much time and effort to just put your goddamn blinker on. Like, hello? I've experienced so many drivers who don't use their blinker. Every time it happens, I want them to crash so bad, I put like a mental curse on them. It only benefits the people around you and keeps people safe. If you don't use your blinker, I hate you, fundamentally. Checking your phone while you're talking to people, I don't care about this either. I feel like the culture of cell phones is changed a lot in the past 10 years. Everyone kind of multitasks now, and everyone needs to have their keys jingled. I understand that there are situations where you should not be checking your phone, but if I'm talking to someone and they just like check their phone, respond to a text, but they're also like talking to me, I don't care. Talking loud in public, this can be annoying, but again, I don't care. I'm talking specifically in America. Like, I know countries like Japan, you're not supposed to like talk loud on their subway, but if we're talking about in America, talking loud in public, that's just what you do. People standing too close to me, actually, I do not like this. I want my personal space. Sometimes you're in a conversation with someone and they're like really close and you back up and then they follow you. Like, what the fuck? Like, can you not take a hint that I'm trying to, like, you're too close? We don't need to be like almost kissing. I'll tolerate it, but the whole conversation, I'm gonna try and back up. Bad drivers. Oh, it's literally just follow the rules. Just don't be annoying. I'm not talking about like driving really fast or anything. I think you can drive a little fast and still be a good driver, but it's just when you're reckless, you're just putting people in danger. And for what? What do you have to do that's so important you might kill a family of 3? Talking over other people. I do think this is annoying. Sometimes I accidentally talk over people and I feel bad. I've got the brain that's going a mile a minute and also 0 miles an hour. I don't think I do it enough to put it in here. I think it's just annoying. I think it's your responsibility to like play the tennis conversation game, whatever they call that. Chewing with your mouth open. I guess I can put it in kind of annoying, but also don't care. I don't think I feel that strongly, and it's also, I think, rare enough, but I do understand that it could be really annoying and gross. Not covering your mouth while yawning, I don't care. You know, that you're just yawning, it's fine. But not covering your mouth while sneezing, holy shit, that's so rude. That is so gross. You are spraying particles like 6 feet in front of you. Just cover your mouth. If it like sneaks out and you don't realize you're sneezing and then it comes out and you're like, oh shit, I wasn't ready for it, I'm sorry I didn't cover my mouth. Sure, that's fine. But if you're someone that actively doesn't cover your mouth when you sneeze, what the fuck? Talking during movies, there's two sides to this one, I think. If you're like watching it with a group of friends, I don't care. Like, I actually kind of like when people talk because we can all share our thoughts and experience the movie together and stuff. I don't think I've experienced people talking during the movies in public, but I have experienced annoying kids during the movie because they're just stupid kids and they don't know the movie theater etiquette. Kind of annoying, but I'm not gonna do anything about it and I'm not gonna think about it like when the movie's over. Cracking knuckles, I do this and I am not sorry. Ever since I had knuckles, I was cracking them. It's a fidget, it's satisfying. I specifically like popping my wrists. My palm can pretty much like touch my arm. Like my joint moves down a couple centimeters instantly. Yeah, I'm not stopping. I love cracking my knuckles. Leaving cabinets open. I do think this is annoying, but I've never been around people who do this. I think it's a rare one. I'm gonna add another one. Sounds annoying, but haven't experienced it. I think I would be peeved if people left drawers and cabinets open, but I've just never been around people who do that. Not fully tightening lids. I haven't experienced other people doing this, but I've done this like to myself, you know, where I'll get like jelly when I'm making toast or something. I'll put the lid on quickly, and then when I'm trying to put it away, I forgot that I didn't actually tighten the lid, and then I pick it up by the lid, which is my fault, and then it just fucking spills all over the place. I can only be mad at myself. So I haven't experienced other people doing this and setting me up for failure. It's just been me doing this on accident because I've got paper shredder brain. I do not like people who do this, but this does not include me. Biting silverware. Oh, holy shit, biting silverware. I'm like cringing. I'm cringing just thinking about it. Oh my god. Don't bite silverware. Your teeth, the sound. Oh my god. I don't like when I accidentally do it. I don't like when other people do it. I always will like bite my teeth down in a way where like it's right above the spoon. I don't know if I can like show a diagram of it. People who fearlessly and carelessly bite silverware, especially they bite that shit aggressively. Oh, do you not feel that in your entire like skull? And the sound, the sound is so bad. Clogging airplane luggage belt. Die. People do not know how to behave in airports. They clog everything. The TSA checking line thing, the airplane when they're getting on, they clog it when they're getting off. The luggage belt is always the worst one. It would be so much better if everyone just stood like 3 feet back. But like, it's even easier to see. It's easier to see your luggage coming down the line when there's no people in the goddamn way. There's so many signs of like, don't bring fire on the airplane. Don't put batteries in your luggage. Don't bring a gun. Why don't we just also add at the luggage belts, like stand away? Actually, there are signs. I've been in airports where they engrave a line in the tile of the floor that says like, stand back here. They do not listen to that line. They don't care. And they don't get out of the way when people are like right next to them, like trying to grab their luggage and they're like struggling because there's a million people. They don't back up. They just go, nothing I can do about that. Hate it. Hate it. When your schedule is interrupted, ooh. As someone who is very badly time managed every single day I've lived, when I have like a plan for the day and then something last minute like pops up, I just go, and the schedule is just like waste 4 hours of your time, eat too much food, and then do an hour of work and then go to bed feeling shitty. If it gets interrupted, my brain is not ready to process doing something different than I initially planned for the day, and I get a little crabby. I'll put this here, but not as a diss on people who interrupt my schedule, but just I get annoyed when it happens. Using words incorrectly, I don't care. It doesn't happen that often. Some people are like such sticklers, and like maybe here and there it's just like that word isn't used like that, but I don't know, I don't really care. A lot of people are illiterate. Chalk. I drew with chalk all the time as a kid. I only have good memories with it, but I know that apparently some people despise the sound and texture and feeling. I have my textures that I don't like, but chalk is not one of them. Stopping in the middle of the hallway. Die. Like, I'm kind of... I need to like collect myself. Can you not see that the world is bending around your giant ass? You are being a human cone and people do not like you. Like when I'm walking and someone in front of me stops, I kind of like hit the brakes. I'm like, and like quickly go around them. In my head, I go, slow down at least. Let the world adjust to you at a little bit. Being rude to service workers, this is really annoying. How hard is it to be a kind person? Do you really have to yell at the server making lower than minimum wage when they didn't even make your food? Does that make you feel better? I've never been friends with anyone that are rude to service workers or anything. I would probably say something, just be like, is it just me or were you just really mean? There's really no reason to be mean to service workers unless they came at you with horrendous, angry, rude energy first. But I wouldn't be mean to them back. I don't think I've got the balls to do that. If you're ever mean to service workers, then it's just too late for you. Nose picking. Are you a child? If you pick your nose and you're not single digits years old, then what are you doing? There are times there's something in your nose and you just can't get it out by blowing it, and you have to get your finger in there and dig it out. Don't do it in public in front of people. Are you insane? Oh my gosh, I had a flashback. One time I was in the airport. I was like standing for a while and I was getting pretty tired of standing because I got there really early. A seat opened up in front of me, so I was like, oh, a chair, I can sit down. As they were like grabbing their bag, they walked in front of me like in a way where I couldn't get to the chair right away. And as I was about to like move around them, some like middle-aged bald man snuck in and like sniped the chair that I was very obviously going to be sitting in. And then I was like, okay. And like a few seconds later, I see him pick his nose. That pissed me off so bad. And that's like one of the single-digit adults that I've seen pick their nose. So if you do this and you're not a child, it's too late for you. It's too late. People that are overly touchy, I don't like that at all. I don't like being touched. I don't even really like being touched by friends. I don't like hugging. I don't think there's a reason that people need to like touch each other socially. I get that some people like it as a form of feeling close and stuff, but that's not me. If someone's arm even like brushes against me, I'm like, I'm just not compatible with that. Not returning your shopping cart, that's annoying. It's literally, this is the benchmark of just being a decent human being. It takes like 15 seconds out of your day. It doesn't benefit you, but it benefits the people bringing the carts back. Yeah, I have never not returned my shopping cart, and I expect every one of you to do it too. You're not welcome in this community if you don't return your shopping cart. Attention seekers. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I do agree this is annoying, but I've been around like a bunch of attention seekers enough where I think I'm just desensitized to it, where I'm just like, they're an attention seeker. You know, like when you're on the internet, that is just a lot of people. If I were to get really annoyed, I would just be really angry all the time because they're everywhere. I'll put this in kind of annoying, but I don't care. Backstating, that's annoying. It's kind of like in the middle ground of kind of annoying, I don't care, and also I don't like people who do this. I'll put it here because it leans more here than not caring. You're just actively ruining an experience for other people because you experienced it first. Just let people experience things. I don't know if this is a hot take or I'm looking too into it, but I think attention seekers and backseating, they're like the same kind of people. I think they want to feel they helped and they were smart and they like showing people that they know something and they've experienced it. Okay, I was thinking about it in like a streaming point of view, but when I'm driving and someone's backseating me, cut it out. I know what I'm doing. Spitting in public. Are you a child? If you spit in public, gross and ew and what? I've never in my life been in a moment where I'm like, I need to spit on the ground. Literally, if you do this as an adult, then rough. Leaving lights on, I don't care. I know some people grow up in households where their parents are sticklers for turning lights off when they leave rooms. I didn't really grow up in that kind of environment. I understand it from like a financial standpoint, but It's not a behavior that I really care about. Loud music in public with no headphones. I guess it's I don't care. It's in public. People are gonna be loud. People are gonna talk. People are gonna listen to music and do whatever they want to do and shit. It really doesn't affect me. Unbehaved kids in public. Ooh, that's an annoying one. I know that society's on their I hate kids arc right now. I'm kind of one of them. I understand that they're not gonna know the norms of society and behave all the time, but the parents who just let their kids like run around and be a little menace, the parents just like on the cell phone, like, what are you doing? You gotta stop them. Hiccups. This one was submitted by a friend. It was by Mari. I can kind of see how annoying hiccups can be, but it's not like a pet peeve. She was like really passionate. She was like, I hate them. So I put this one on the list for her, but I just thought it was funny. I've never really thought about hiccups as a pet peeve. Picky eaters. I know people get like really annoyed at picky eaters, but I'm not one of them. I personally don't care. Whatever other people eat doesn't affect me. So if someone just can only eat like macaroni, I don't care. A lot of the time they're like ashamed of it too. They're like, I wish I could eat more, but I just don't like a lot of things. They didn't eat a variety of things when they were younger. But there are times where someone will be like, make it other people's problem. They go to a party and they're like, oh, there's nothing here for me. And I don't think that's chill. I have better things to worry about than what someone else is eating for lunch. Typing quirks. I haven't been around a lot of them and I don't care, but some of them I've seen a little too quirky. I can see how they're annoying if it's really extreme, but that's never been something that I care about. Flaking on plans last minute. I made a new tier. It's depends, but is generally annoying. I'm pretty secluded. We can say that. One of my favorite things to do is stay home and do nothing. A lot of the time when plans fall through, then I'm like, yes. But there are a lot of times where you're just encroaching on someone else's schedule, especially like the last minute part is pretty rude. There are a lot of times where I'm like, ooh, I hope this plan falls through, and it does, and I'm like, yippee! Body odor and bad hygiene. What is my opinion on this, actually? I kind of have like sympathy for people who are a little smelly. Normally, I just feel like it's ignorance. Like if you're purposely stinky, like what? It's not really socially acceptable to be like, hey, you smell really bad, go take a shower. Like people don't do that, and the person who is kind of stinky doesn't get to like know. I'll put it in kind of annoying, but I don't care. There's been times where I'm around someone, I'm like, oh, they're kind of smelly, but I'm not just like seething and pissed off at them. I do also think that it's your responsibility to take care of yourself and have good hygiene, but I think those two things can both be true. Stupid internet comments. Maybe it falls in the are you a child? Because that really is the basis for a lot of stupid comments. It's just they're children. A lot of stupid internet comments become so much less annoying when you picture a 13-year-old kid on their iPad. Tight long sleeves. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the one I put on myself. It'll go in the dye category. I don't know if this affects like anyone else, but when I was just a young croc and my mom would like get clothes for me, sometimes she would have like these long sleeve shirts. When you bend your elbows and you can feel all the cloth bunching up in the crevice of your arm, it makes my body squirm again. It's like biting silverware. I've never worn long sleeve shirts that are tight just because of that feeling. I feel like I'm crazy. I haven't seen anyone else talking about it, honestly. Belt loop catching on door handle. That's another dye. It literally only happens when you're about to like punch a wall. I stopped wearing jeans or any pants with belt loops because I couldn't handle when this happened. Clout chasers. This is like the same thing as attention seekers. Being on the internet, I'm just so used to seeing clout chasers and stuff. I guess I'll put it here. It's the same thing about it with attention seekers, you know, but like to a higher degree. I see it so often that I've kind of just gotten desensitized to it. Like this is just how it is in the industry. Not keeping secrets. This one can go here too. If you can't keep a secret, I'm not gonna dislike you as a person. I'm just gonna not tell you secrets. I just go, oh, that person's got a little bit of a loose mouth. I'm just not gonna tell them secrets. But it's annoying in general, I guess. Puns, I'll put it here. You can disagree with me, but I don't think puns are meant to actually be a form of comedy. Puns are like, you say it and then you're like, haha. It's like anti-humor. I say a word and it is meant to be a different word. This is also another thing. People will be really annoying with puns. Like if you say, oh, I'm not a fan of puns, then they start saying puns at you. Oh, what about this one? Do you think this one's funny? What about this one? You haven't heard this one. They're all bad. And there's gonna be a bunch of comments that are like, I've got the pun that's gonna change your mind. And it's not like one pun is gonna make me be like, every pun is funny now. I get it. Nope. They're annoying. Ooh, ass. Oh no. I was gonna say, ooh, ass kissing. That sounds weird. Let's see here. Where do I put this? I wouldn't say I don't like people who do this. I just go, they're an ass kisser. I'm not gonna be friends with them. I think I would also get annoyed if it was like really extreme and there was also like getting away with it. I'd be like, where's the justice? If I see that someone's an ass kisser, I won't say anything and I won't really be angry at that person, but I will talk shit, but in a very secret way where they'll never know. Micromanaging. Yeah, that's just generally annoying. It probably goes in this one, actually. My condolences to anyone that has to deal with this. I haven't dealt with it, but I almost forgot. I had to put this one in here, like right now. Mansplaining? Yeah, no. No one likes it and people don't realize when they're doing it, so they always do it, and that's the most annoying part. One time when I didn't live in a swamp, I was trying to get these big, thick curtains up in my room because it was really echoey and I wanted to sound better on calls. Someone was putting them up. They were just like, oh, these are really nice curtains. And I was like, thanks, I just wanted to like make the acoustics better. And then the guy was like, you know that like these curtains aren't gonna mask the sounds of outside, right? And I was like, yeah, I know. That wasn't the problem I was trying to fix. I just wanted to make my room less echoey. That's a totally different thing you'd have to do if you wanted to make the sounds not come in from the outside. Yeah, I know. I never said that I wanted to mask the sounds of outside that also aren't loud. It was just like trying to explain that I was doing something wrong for a problem that I didn't even say that I had. I can't believe I almost forgot that one. When I put being fucking stupid, I had a very specific type of person in mind. If you know, you know. They're too dumb to recognize it, and they keep doing it, and no matter how many times you try to explain it to them, they don't get it, and they don't learn. I don't know if I can explain it. This doesn't apply to like unintelligent people. This doesn't apply to being like, oh, I didn't know. This applies to people that actively sabotage the people around them, and no matter how many times you try to explain, like, you can't do this. They just don't grow as people. It drives me up the wall. If you haven't dealt with this kind of person, I can understand how you might be like, whoa, this is really intense. Like, what? But to people who know what I'm talking about, I think you understand. Always complaining. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. I don't like people who do that. If you always have something to complain about and you have nothing positive to say, like, ever, you're just ruining the vibe. I don't know, just enjoy something. Snoring, it's kind of annoying, but I don't really care. But I know that there's couples out there where the guy snores really loud and it makes their partner not be able to sleep. I don't know. I just haven't experienced it. I'll put it in sounds annoying, but I haven't experienced it. I think that fits it better. Spoiling media, that's really annoying. I don't like people who do that. Sometimes accidents happen, but when you're actively spoiling something for someone else, like what's the point? What's the benefit for you? Bare feet. Bare feet freak me out. I'm not a fan. I know some people, they're really into that kind of stuff, but that's not me. It's in fact the opposite of me. If it were up to me, everyone would wear socks. I don't want to see this shit. I'm sorry. Untrained pet. Ooh. I haven't experienced it myself, so it goes here, but it sounds bad. It is your responsibility as someone who has purchased another living creature to make sure that it, behaves at least a little bit. It's not the animal's fault. They don't know. They were never told not to bark at people or something. Pushing people's boundaries. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. If you realize that you're pushing someone's boundaries and you keep doing it, be better. A lot of the time they don't realize it, but it just, that's just how in my heart I reacted to it. It's just like, eh. Asking for advice and not taking it. Sometimes you're asking for advice and then someone gives it to you and you're like, I don't know. You're not always obligated to take advice because some people give bad advice. But I think we all have been there where we're watching someone make bad decisions and they're like, I'm not feeling good. What do you think? And you're like, I think that from the outside, this is what's happening and you should do this. And they go, you're right. And they fucking don't listen. And you're like, what was the point? It's always when people are in bad relationships and someone's being a dick. I like them. They're mean to me right now and they're hurting my feelings. And you're like, I think you shouldn't take that. And they go, yeah, you're right. And then they don't fucking listen. Depends. I'll put it in depends because you don't always have to take advice. But when you spend 3 hours on call with someone, talking them through and making them feel better and giving friendly advice, and then nothing changes, they annoy me. Using expired internet slang. I'll say depends. I'll say depends again. I kind of just go like, oh, that's been a while since I've heard that one. Everyone's got like their own barometer on how expired internet slang and memes are. So I guess this applies differently to everyone. I'm not gonna feel anything like 15 minutes after. I'm not gonna go and like tell all my friends, like, can you believe they said like much wow? Get with the times if you're gonna say internet stuff. Picky beggars. Ooh, this is annoying. It's like, come on. Is there no self-reflecting? Beggars can't be choosers. That's what they tell children. Bro, you're gonna tell me you're still picking and choosing? You have not graduated from kindergarten. Teasing other people's interests. I understand like some people do some wacky stuff, but if they're not harming anyone, then you're just killing the mood. The world would be such a boring place if everyone only liked the same thing everyone else did. As long as you're not doing anything like really, really crazy or illegal or bothering other people, I don't give a shit. Overly lewd-minded, that's also really annoying. Vaporeon? I saw a copy pasta of that. It just gets annoying and corny. It's like, do you not have anything better to do? Especially someone that always turns something lewd when it's like really not. I hate my wife humor. That's again annoying. It's too corny to be in the die category, I think it's gone full circle in the fact where it's like that's funny in the way where it's like you're so old. If you don't like your partner, break up. Line cutting, are you a child? Like well-adjusted human beings don't do this. If you are more than single digits years old and you have cut a line, you missed the boat to acclimate to human society. Always asking for money. I haven't been around people who do this, but it does sound really annoying. I'm happy to like lend out money to friends or family when they're like in need and stuff, and I have. But if someone's always doing it and not paying me back, and also it's just like, I don't know, that sounds obnoxious. Not apologizing. Ooh. It's a very close line between die and do not like people. You lack the social awareness and ability to be an adult. I don't know, go to therapy. Calling customer service. I hate calling customer service. Whenever I have to call customer service, I just don't. You always have to be on hold for like an hour. They're never helpful. They're always just like, hey, what do you need to do? And you're like, this is my problem. And they're like, okay, let me put you back on hold for 30 minutes. And then they're like, okay, I'm back. I'm not gonna help you. Bye-bye. Every customer service experience takes your entire day. Oh my God. I'm never rude. I'm probably like the nicest person they've experienced that day. But my God, if I could go the rest of my life without having to deal with a customer service phone call, I'll never have a bad day in my life ever again. Products that don't work. I guess I can put it here. There's sometimes where I buy something and I'm like, this shit's not gonna work. And then it's like, nope, it doesn't work. We just took your money. No, I'm putting it back up here. I hate it when I spend money and it doesn't work and there's nothing that I can do and there's no justice in the world. No one's gonna be punished for making a shitty product that ruins my day and steals my money. Like, what am I gonna do about it? Call customer service? I'm just gonna be like, well, they got me. Evil people win again. No backbone. Depends. I understand. It's hard to stand up for yourself in a lot of situations. I don't know. It's hard to watch. I don't feel too strongly about this. There's no one in my life that I think about where I'm like, oh, this person's just like that and they piss me off. It's really another like, go to therapy. I hope you heal. Using animals as decoration, yeah, that shit pisses me off. As someone who really likes and respects animals, this is annoying. Are you stupid? That's an animal. I could never be friends with someone like that. Overly clumsy. I don't care. I don't think anyone is on purpose being clumsy, and I think clumsy people are aware they're clumsy and they're always apologetic. If you're like clumsy and don't care, then it would go in the are you a child category. I have sympathy for people who haven't like grown into their body yet or something. People who break other people's property, are you a child? This is about people who break other people's shit and then don't care. Like, I've accidentally broken other people's stuff. It's happened to me, but people are always like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. What can I do to fix it? Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Accidents happen. But if you're just like not respecting other people's stuff, their frontal lobe will never be developed. And copycats. When I was younger, I would probably say that this bothered me more. As someone who's lived their life a bit more, I would say it's kind of annoying, but I don't care really. Especially in the creator space, there's always gonna be people who draw inspiration and want to do exactly what you do. I don't have to care about that. There's definitely like limits. Like if you're stealing someone's entire idea and then branding it as your own and denying that you're doing that, yeah, that's pretty annoying. I would have a different opinion if I wasn't in the creator space. I wouldn't say like I support it, but I'm not gonna be annoyed and pissed off about it. Licking your fingers after eating? Some people think this is disgusting and gross and childish. I don't care. I won't do it in public, right? I'm not gonna go to a nice restaurant and then like go delicious. I do this in the privacy of my own home or around close friends. I don't think there's any harm in that. You should be able to enjoy the flavor that gets on your hands. I don't know. Can't admit they're wrong. This is pretty similar to not apologizing. It's just the more extreme version. Their mind simply cannot wrap around the idea of being incorrect. So I think this is more egregious than not being able to apologize. You have one chance on this earth and you're bottlenecked at 7th grade. I don't know. Negging. It's common for like young adults flirting to do this, but it's really, are you a child? I don't know. It's just stupid. Just grow up. Flirt normally. And the last one, wow, at Grok. Die. If any of my friends at Grok unironically, I don't know how I would react. You have to ask a Twitter AI to clarify something or answer a question. Just fucking Google it. It's just so stupid. The name Grok is stupid. Everything about it is stupid. I can't explain it. You either get it or you don't. That's my finished tier list. I'm pretty happy with it. I went into this not thinking I got annoyed with a lot of things. Apparently, I was wrong. I'm gonna make this a public tier list because I'm really curious to see how you guys rank it. If you do one of these, send it to me. I want to see it. If you don't, then now you can know if you're the kind of person that I wouldn't like.